How did Radiohead innovate with synthesizers? Imagine a band that started with guitars and drums and then transformed into pioneers of electronic sounds. That's what Radiohead did with synthesizers. They changed how alternative rock uses electronic instruments. In the mid-1990s, Radiohead began adding synthesizers to their music, especially from their album OK Computer onward. They didn't just sprinkle them in, they made synthesizers a core part of their sound. This shift allowed them to create rich, layered textures that added emotional depth and atmosphere. On OK Computer, they used vintage synthesizers like the Mellotron. This instrument gave their music a haunting, almost cinematic feel. It helped express themes of alienation and technology, making their sound more immersive. They combined these synth sounds with traditional rock instruments, blending the organic with the electronic seamlessly. Johnny Greenwood, the band's multi-instrumentalist, played a big role in this. He used different types of synthesizers, including the Minimoog for deep bass sounds and Prophet polysynths for lush, expansive textures. Greenwood also experimented with modular and analog synths, using tools like the Matronics mutator to warp sounds and create unique effects. This experimentation pushed the boundaries of what synthesizers could do in rock music. With the album Kid A, Radiohead took a big leap into electronic territory. They embraced FM synthesis, a method that uses frequency modulation to produce complex sounds. They also sampled early electronic music from the 1970s, integrating these experimental sounds into their songs. This approach made their music more avant-garde and closer to electronic and ambient styles. Synthesizers in Radiohead's work weren't just for melodies. They used them as rhythmic and textural instruments. Their electronic sections often feature syncopated beats, polytempo layers, and displaced accents, creating a layered, sometimes disorienting sound. This rhythmic complexity added emotional intensity and made their music stand out. In albums like Kid A and Amnesiac, Radiohead moved toward minimalist arrangements. Synthesizers often replaced traditional band instruments, giving their music more space and focus on mood. This approach emphasized atmosphere and emotion over typical song structures. Radiohead's innovation with synthesizers helped bridge the gap between raw rock energy and electronic exploration. They showed that synths could be central to songwriting and emotional expression, not just background effects. Their work inspired many newer bands in alternative, emo, and screamo scenes to experiment with electronic sounds. Practically, Radiohead's approach encourages musicians to go beyond presets. Using modular synths, sampling obscure electronic sounds, and manipulating effects can help create a unique sonic identity. Their example proves that synthesizers can be vital tools for artistic growth and emotional storytelling. In summary, Radiohead changed how synthesizers are used in alternative music. They integrated them deeply into their sound, blending rock with electronic textures and inspiring a new wave of artists to explore electronic possibilities.